3 to 4 feet. Friday night, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Gusts up to 20 knots after midnight. Seas 3 to 4 feet. A chance of showers after midnight. Saturday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Showers likely in the morning, then showers in the afternoon. Saturday night, southwest winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Showers likely, mainly in the evening. Sunday, northwest winds 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sunday night, northwest winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Winds and seas higher and near thunderstorms. The offshore waters forecast for the following: Cape Fear to 31 north from 20 nautical miles to 1,000 fathoms. East at 10:15 a.m. Gale warning. Today, south to southwest winds 30 to 40 knots. Seas 7 to 13 feet. Numerous showers and scattered thunderstorms with visibility 1 nautical mile or less. Tonight, west to southwest winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 7 to 12 feet. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Thursday, west to northwest winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming north 10 to 20 knots. Seas 4 to 8 feet. Chance of showers. Thursday night, northeast winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas 5 to 8 feet. Friday, east to northeast winds 10 to 20 knots, becoming 10 to 15 knots. Seas 5 to 8 feet. Friday night, east to southeast winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas 4 to 8 feet. Saturday, south to southeast winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 5 to 9 feet. Saturday night, south to southwest winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 6 to 11 feet. Sunday, west winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas 6 to 10 feet. Sunday night, west winds 15 to 25 knots, becoming northwest. Seas 6 to 10 feet. The next 4 tides at Springmead Pier in Myrtle Beach will be a high tide at 3:47 p.m., a low tide at 10:12 p.m., a high tide at 4:31 a.m. on Thursday, and a low tide at 10:57 a.m. on Thursday. The next 4 tides at Winnipeg Bay Entrance South Jetty will be a high tide at 3:58 p.m., a low tide at 10:09 p.m., a high tide at 4:47 a.m. on Thursday, and a low tide at 11:04 a.m. on Thursday. The beach water temperature at Springmead Pier is 60 degrees. What? Minor flooding is occurring and minor flooding is forecast. Where? Santee River near Jamestown. When? Until further notice. Impacts: at 12.0 feet, several dirt logging roads are impassable. Additional details: at 8:30 a.m. Wednesday, the stage was 11.7 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise to a crest of 13.2 feet Friday evening. Flood stage is 10.0 feet. Here are the 2 p.m. observations. In Myrtle Beach, it was cloudy. The temperature was 67 degrees. The dew point was 66, giving a relative humidity of 97%. The wind was variable at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.71 inches and rising. In North Myrtle Beach, fog was reported. The temperature was 64 degrees, the dew point was 60, giving a relative humidity of 87%. The wind was southwest at 16 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.69 inches and falling. Here are the weather conditions around the Carolinas. At Whiteville, fog was reported, with a temperature of 61. At Florence, it was partly sunny, with a temperature of 72. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 67 at Wilmington, and 70 at Columbia. It was fair, with a temperature of 68 at Conway, 72 at Georgetown, and 77 at Charleston. The latest marine observations within the last 2 hours as of 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At Frying Pan Shoals Buoy, the wind was south at 19 knots. Water temperature was 61 degrees. Wave height 7 feet. Wave period 8 seconds. Swell height 3 feet. Swell period 8 seconds. At Sunset Beach near Shore Buoy, the wind was south at 14 knots. At Edisto Buoy, the wind was west at 19 knots. Water temperature was 68 degrees. Wave height 8 feet. Wave period 6 seconds. Swell height 3 feet. Swell period 11 seconds. In upper disturbance and surface low